All right, welcome race fans. Tonight we're back here with Northwest Truck Series at Michigan. It's going to be doing 75 laps here. They have one race reset in case something does go wrong out there, which sometimes it does. Big track here, 2-mile oval. And I'm supposed to be joined in the booth here in a few minutes by our special guest, Sean Breitzman, which has stepped out for the rest of the season to live admin the races. But we'll be joined by him here in a couple minutes. But in the meantime, let's run down through the top 10 in points coming into tonight. John Ottenbacher with the point lead, still hanging on to that by 26 points over Ryan Maines right now. Ryan in second. Jeff Stabnow in third, 31 points behind. Sean Breitzman is still in fourth, but not for probably too much longer. He'll probably start fading here really quick. 71 points back. Tom Green in fifth, 74 points behind. Dan Stussy in sixth. He actually is tied with Mark Walls right now. Both of them are 79 points back. In eighth, Gary Nichols 104 points behind. David Applegate 107 points behind. And Carl Burke rounds out the top 10, 109 points behind the leader. All right, we're going to step away real quick here for a word from our sponsor, and we'll be right back with more practice. All right, 3.5 minutes left in practice, folks. Again, don't forget to give us a thumbs up on the video and subscribe if it's your first time here. All right, folks, we're going to step away real quick here, play our national anthem. We'll be right back with qualifying underway.
We take you down onto the track for our opening ceremonies.
Ladies and gentlemen, please rise. Please remove your hats.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous flight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
All right, folks, we're back. Qualifying is underway. We're waiting for the first times to come in, and I do have that special guest in the booth with me, Sean Brightsman. Sean, how are you ready? Ready for tonight's race?
Man, I am pumped up for tonight's race. I'm pretty excited about it.
Dang, I'm having some internet. It would be all right. Yeah, this is, I think, this has always been one of my favorite tracks, always. It probably always will be. This one in Atlanta, I think they put on some great racing, great shows. And one thing about Michigan, a lot of people don't really realize, it seems like no matter what you do here, it always seems to come down to be a fuel mountain. I don't know what there is about it. Not saying that, well, tonight you guys are turning enough laps that you should only have to stop one time for pit stops. It's going to be tire management here tonight all the way.
Yeah, absolutely. Tire management, and I mean, being at Michigan, you're basically wide open for the first probably 5 laps, maybe 4 to 5 laps, and then you start kind of lifting out of that throttle, and that's usually kind of what holds your gas and manages your tires there. So definitely going to be interesting to see what these guys do over a course of 10 to 15 laps, and see how they hold their tires up, or who starts getting a little loose on the exits of turns 2.
Yeah, now they said the pit window is going to be about lap 40 to 42, right along in there, but which is over half of the race, but still managing your tires to last that long, it's going to be difficult.
It is, and I know a lot of people have turned in some hefty laps. So I mean, we've had people running 400 laps almost, and 300, and so people are putting in the time to figure out what their setup is going to do over a long run, and getting a good idea of how long those tires last. So I think we'll see a pretty good demonstration of driver skill and a perfect balance. So
I'm kind of anxious. It's all going to play out here. Got about 8 qualifiers right now, but we've got a couple of guys on the track that have not turned qualifying time yet. Oh, David Applegate coming in 5th on the board. Nice. Nice lap. I ran down through the points already, but if there was anybody you wanted to specifically talk about in there, but I did mention that the fact that you're probably going to drop about 4 or 5 positions before the season's over. You'll probably finish about 8th or 9th in the points, I think. Maybe
Yeah,
7.
I've got 7 races, and I won't drop any of those. So, I'm probably gonna finish probably outside the top 10, to be honest.
Really?
Well, maybe just about top 10. So, we'll see. I'm not too worried. This season was definitely a building season for the Northwest Truck Series, and I'm proud of all the partners and everybody that have come aboard and all the new drivers that have joined us. We've got a lot to look forward to for the future of this series. So
I think it's been pretty amazing that Ryan Maines has been keeping John Ottenbacher right in that grasp of winning that championship. And I know that's Ryan's main goal, is to keep it within that grasp. And he's just hoping John has one bad race, and boy, that's going to close the points right up,
Yeah, and then obviously with the drop races here, these last 2 races don't count to the drop weeks, so these are going to count no matter what. And then they take the best 10, so Mark will end up taking all the. If he shows up next week, he will have those for his final 10, and that's going to play a big part.
He's in there and took a good qualifying time, but still not fast enough to beat David Applegate and 3 other guys. See what he's got. He's been the dominant one here the last couple of weeks, man. That's been the guy to beat. These guys, they just dread to see him show up.
Yeah, he's definitely a force to be reckoned with, and tonight's going to be a fun one for him because he's won the last 2 in a row. So here at the Northwest Truck Series, we got the end of longest line penalty slated for him before the drop of the green flag. So he's going to start from the back tonight.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Which could be really interesting if he marches up to the front and wins the race, because that puts him in the finale starting from pit road.
Definitely does not want to go out here and win tonight. Try to finish second.
Yeah, so he's got to play a little strategy here and think about what's going to be smart for his potential run at this championship after having a little slow start there. So,
what do you do? Sean, you want to go out there and you want to win. That's the whole goal of racing. So, kind of a tough thing to think about that. Gosh, I'm going to have to finish second, even though I've got a winning truck here. I've got to finish. How do you deal with that?
Excellent point. I don't know if Mark will choose to deal with it. I think he will. He'd rather get that win and point out that the Mark Walls rule doesn't quite work and needs to be adjusted some more. So I foresee him not worrying about finishing P1 on the night and taking his penalty in the finale, and hopefully for him, if he's choosing to do that, he definitely is going to have a car set up for a good run and battle for that lead, so he can try to take home a championship against, looks like, potentially John and Ryan Maines. So,
well, we don't want to leave Jeff out of that, because Jeff's right there knocking on Ryan Maines' door. 5 points separating. Boy,
that is true.
Could change here tonight. Mark, he's been trying to make that comeback. Races are running down. I don't think he's going to have enough to get to the championship, but I think he's got enough. Could get enough points, possibly close up, maybe up to 3rd or something. I don't know.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. I mean, it's
79 races. That's a lot of points.
It is, but he's also got only 8 races counting, so he's missing 2 out of the 10 that are counting for John and Ryan and Jeff. So John's worst finish looks like 14th, so um, that's going to be probably his drop week. So, or one of them at least, and then the next worst is 5th. So if he finishes outside of 5th tonight, that'll end up being one of his drop weeks at the end, depending on how he finishes at Iowa. So there's definitely a lot that's going to change a little bit tonight after the race is all said and done and points are updated. But the big one will be the the finale, and we'll see what happens there.
What a tough track that's going to be. Iowa Community Swimming Pool.
Yeah, it's going to be a fun finale, I think. That one gets utilized for a lot of good races. There's some good 2-wide racing, and it's a multi-groove track for the most part, being, most people run the high lane, and but open setup should provide a little bit better of a battle.
All right, let's get a rundown here where everybody's starting. John Ottenbacher, our points leader, starting on the pole here tonight with a 38.862. Congratulations for grabbing the pole. Jeff Stabnow will start on the outside of the front row in second. Ryan Maines third. David Applegate fourth. Mark Walls will start fifth. Carl Burke sixth. Josh Cushman in seventh place. Michael Peterson eighth. Thomas Green ninth. Christopher Sherburne 10th. James Peterson 11th. You're not racing. Scott Hutchinson 13th. Brandon Weinberg will start 14th.
Yeah, it should be a good race tonight, and I gotta mention the race sponsor tonight, so that way everybody knows. But it's the Northwest Boxer Rescue Association. This race is presented by Sanctuary Studios. One of our own racers here in this series, Josh Cushman, paid for the sponsorship of this, and then actually donated it to the Northwest Boxer Rescue Group. So, non-profit organization now based out of Woodinville, Washington, and they basically help boxers all over, man. And it doesn't matter if they're old or if they got medical issues. They take them in and rescue them and try to rehome them. Pretty cool stuff as a animal person.
Yep.
Pretty cool to see. So.
And there needs to be a lot more of that stuff in the town. You. So many animals are left homeless, or the ones that got me were hurricane people that, out of Texas and Florida and stuff on the hurricane. They just left their animals. How do you do that? That's part of your family. Just up and left them, and now they've got all those animals finding homes.
Yeah, absolutely. I don't know how they do it, but it's tough. I can only imagine. I can't say I've ever been put in that situation, but it definitely be very tough for me to leave my pets, my fur babies, as my wife and I like to call them.
Yep, that's what they are. I got mine sitting here, right up behind me on my chair. Kitty cat, my baby. I rescued her. She was 9 months old, and now she's 8. A baby. All right, so Mark Walls is going to the back. Sean double duty here tonight, admin.
Yeah, just completed the penalty there, so we got him to the back here on the back stretch, and it's going to be fun to see. It's definitely going to be interesting to see what he does for this first run. So
might kind of take it easy for the first run, but I look for late in the race, second half of the race, he's going to turn it on.
Absolutely.
All right, we'll get him going, Sean.
Let's see. We've got John Ottenbacher waiting for the pace car to duck off on pit road, holding down the pole position outside of him is Jeff Stabnow. He's going to wait for the green flagman on top of the box there to throw the green flag, and he's going to take off. Let's see who gets the better start on that. And there's the green flag is out. John gets a great jump on Jeff. Ryan Maines follows suit and is on the inside of Jeff going into turn 1.
Scott Hutchinson did
No,
not. Oh,
Wreck-It,
there's a wreck.
Caution somewhere, caution.
Oh, Peterson. I don't know what happened there. Got a hook or
Oh,
what?
man.
Let's go back and take a look. Right on.
Oh, man. Yeah, it looks like Carl Burke came down a little bit. Josh was coming up. Well, Carl just came down a little bit and turned the 95 there into the outside wall. I think I heard something about maybe his steering wheel came off the quick disconnect.
Whoops. Now, things like this do happen. Yep, right there. Oh, and he got checked up right there. Okay. Oh my. Yep. Doggone. A Cushman. Wow, it's going to be a short night for him. He's going to have to use that reset already, Sean.
Yeah, he's definitely going to have to use that reset and definitely play it smart for the rest of the race. And not sure, did the 29 who had to start in the back make it through that?
Yeah, he did. He stayed way out of it. But Carl Burke is already disconnected.
Yeah, I think when something happens like that, like I said, I heard over spotter radio that his wheel may have came disconnected, which we've seen in real life with Jimmy Johnson's or Dale Jr.'s.
Yeah. It happens.
Oh yeah, Mark Walls just gets a piece of it, just a little bit, probably not enough to use a fast repair.
Ever so slight, but it's going to come in. I think. I wouldn't use my reset on that. I would just let them get the hammers out and let them work on that a little bit.
Absolutely.
Got plenty of time to go. It takes quite a while to go around here for a lap. So, like we got from 4th on back pitting. Guys staying out: John Ottenbacher, Ryan Maines, and Thomas Green. It's a long race. You don't want to be using first lap. Up front, Ottenbacher, Maines, and Green staying out.
I would say I'm surprised by John staying out, but since he really just shifted through the gears,
yeah,
probably doesn't need new tires. Here comes Carl back in. It looks like he's got those wheel issues repaired and he's getting back in here. So,
well, it's kind of a it's kind of an embarrassing thing, like when that happens. I mean, but it happens to all of us. We've all had issues. If it's not graphic card issues or internet issues, wheel coming off, or we've all had a problem here or there. So I know it is kind of a little bit embarrassing, but it's just all part of it.
Yeah, and he may have just had to shut down the sim to kind of get things recalibrated there, but definitely, yeah. I mean, we've all had it happen. We've all had something happen there in the race world. When we join a race, I've had join in a server and get kicked out because my internet drops, and so we've had the similar scenarios. So.
Hey, there's Christy. We were wondering if you were going to make it or not, Christy. Good to see you. John's wife.
Yeah, I figured she'd at least pop her head in here and see how John's doing, rooting him on. Let's see. Let's give a shout out to Josh Cushman. We'll pull him into the booth here and just see what he felt along that ride and how he got a new vehicle so quick.
Go for
it. Hey Josh, Sean in the booth. Do you have a copy, sir?
Sure do.
So obviously there, wild start there for you. Got turned up into the outside wall. What did you feel there?
Next thing I know, man, I was just headed backwards. I honestly didn't see what happened.
Kind of flash a light, right? Next thing you know, you saw a wall and spinning around.
Yeah, I feel bad too because I think David got caught up in that as well.
Yeah, thankfully though we got a fast repair. I'm assuming you used it and hit the wall pretty hard there, so and I'm sure a few others did.
Yeah, I was hoping not to have to use it this early, but hey, that's racing.
It is. Just play it safe, man. You got a long way to go, and be smart. The only other question is, how'd you get a new truck so quick?
What do you mean?
You got it. I mean, you had a damaged truck. How'd you get that thing so quick? I mean, where did the backup crew pick that thing up at?
Oh, it's just magic with the fast repair. I pulled into pit road as soon as I came around, so.
Perfect, man. Well, looks like you guys are getting ready to go green, so I'll move you back in there, and good luck.
Thanks, bud. Have a good one.
Well, now we know Josh Cushman has some magic up his sleeve because he just magically appeared that new truck, so.
All right, here we go. Pace car about to dive onto pit road. Ottenbacher's led all the laps so far, about ready to get them going here once again. Pace car's in. And there's the green.
Green.
Nice restart too. Ryan Main's on the outside. Got a good start.
Yeah, he got a decent start. Got a little shove from the 24 Just Stab now there to get him going, but I think they're going to settle in here and give us a nice little green flag run.
Thomas Green coming from 9th up to 4th.
Got Josh Cushman, Chris Sherburne side by side going into turn 3 here.
Cushman going to drive on by. Sherburne going to the back. Here comes Mark Walls up to 7th already. Little by little, he's inching his way to the front. Carl Burke is back out there on the track.
Yeah, definitely a few guys definitely did not take their fast repair. 427 of Brandon Weinberg, 58 Jim Peterson, and Carl Burke rejoined did not take their fast repair, it looks like. So trying to save that and see what happens here, and we'll see if that's a smart decision here if this goes green.
Yeah, Christy, John did start on the pole. Yes, ma'am. Got the pole position. You can see right there. It goes on the driver's box at the bottom. Started first and running in first. Comes Ryan Maines to the inside.
Yeah, Ryan Maines is looking top 3 battle. 4th, 5th, and 6th are battling here. Got David Applegate looking to the inside of Tom Green right behind the lead battle here. Ryan Maines is looking to pass John Ottenbacher and get a bonus point for leading the lap. Is he going to do it? Not quite.
No, not quite. Boy, inches. Just inches. No, he's not going to give up, though, because he might just make it next time. Ottenbacher's doing everything he can right now to keep that from happening.
And it looks like John led that lap by 7 thousandths of a second.
Good Lord.
John's getting a little help down the backstretch there with Jeff pushing his bumper a little bit. Ryan's going to push up here, try to slide job on him.
There he does.
John does the crossover.
And John led that lap. Wow. Talk about a comeback.
Yeah, by 2 thousandths of a second.
Wow.
These guys are battling out. Oh, Jeff's going to try to sneak it in there.
Yeah, he is. He's going to shuffle John back. John goes back to third.
And Jeff ducks down low there, entering 3 here on mains, and he's going to go to lead some laps here, and it looks like he gets a bad entry, and John's going to come there on the inside and see if he can get around Jeff after that. Wisely backs out and settles in position here to make another run.
Ryan collects that valuable bonus point. One inch closer. I mean, he just kind of nullified John's lap that he led, so kind of canceled his bonus point out.
Yeah, now he's just going to try to lead the most laps, so that way John can't get out that one, since John got a bonus point for leading the lap, of course, and then for also starting on the pole. So
Mark Walls goes into 5th. He's not done yet. Now he's coming up on David Applegate and John Ottenbacher. He just makes it look so easy, you know, so smooth and easy. Got Stabnow to the lead. And it looks like, boy, he drove it in there really good, too. Nice and, oh, man, that was great.
Yeah,
nice
no,
pass.
Excellent pass.
Ryan thought about sticking it in there and taking it away from him, but he thought better of it.
Yeah, I think Ryan was going for that bonus point there to not let John get out there too much. So even though he was thinking about going, I think he was also thinking, I'll save some tire here if I ride behind Jeff, and I'll catch back up to him.
Applegate got a mirror full of Mark Walls. Here goes Mark dropping it to the bottom. David's going, oh no, I'm going to lose that.
Makes a good run on the outside there out of 2.
I do. You can get that run on the outside a lot of times like that. It kind of makes you wonder how much Mark's abusing his tires right now to try to get to the front.
Yeah, and David Applegate just gets in the wall barely there and scrapes up the right rear fender.
Michael Peterson going into 6th, followed by Tom Green. They got around Cushman. Cushman into the wall there on the front stretch. Wow, he just went to the back of the lead lap. Peterson and Sherburne get by. Stabnow collects his bonus point and continues the lead. Ryan Main 2nd, John Ottenbacher 3rd, and now Mark Walls 4th.
Jeff was strong last season here at Michigan. He actually won that race. It was quite a battle from what I recall. So we'll see how Jeff holds up, and I know his cheering section, including Mama Stabnow, will be rooting pretty hard for Jeff to get his first win this season.
Here goes Mark Wall looking for 3rd on John Ottenbacher. He hasn't completed the pass yet. I guess he did now. Yep, John's going to let him go. That's a good move. Don't battle too much with him, because that's letting them 2 out front get away. If you're battling side by side, because you both got to drive totally different.
Yeah, especially on this track. I mean, if you start running side by side, that lead car gets out there, and it's pretty tough to reel it back in.
Yep. Applegate 5th, Michael Peterson 6th, and Thomas Green 7th. Here comes Jim Peterson to the bottom. Wow, good run. That's a good comeback for all he went through there. He got spun and everything and involved in that wreck.
Yeah, he's obviously got a good setup under that rig. He's got some rear end damage there with the spoiler and the deck lid. So for him
boy, he got tight coming out of 2 that time.
He sure did there with Tom on the outside of him there. So smart move backing out and not creating another caution. Got Ryan Mains running the top groove there. think he's exploring where some grip might be, but that one didn't work out.
Yeah, Mark Wall's the second. Wow. Well, didn't take him what, 18 laps?
Yeah, we'll give him 15. Took him 14 to 15 laps under green flag there, but he had some help with that incident on lap 1 there. So.
Well, it's been all him since they took the green flag again, and now 0.3 of a second from Jeff Stabnow, and Jeff's probably wondering, man, oh man, probably pushing down harder on the gas pedal, thinking, do I have this thing all the way to the floor or what?
Yeah, and he definitely is going to be thinking that as that new leader Chevy Silverado keeps growing in his mirror. So as he comes down the backstretch here, it looks like Mark was a couple hundredths faster than him on this last lap. So I'm curious to see how much Mark pulls or how much Jeff is actually driving it in.
Right there behind him. Good. Man, oh man.
That draft, and he was about almost 1.5 or 15 hundredths quicker than Jeff there in that lap, and I know the draft helps him a little bit.
Caution somewhere.
Oh, we got a
Caution
caution. Trying to find it here.
Oh, looks like the 14 of Michael Peterson's involved.
Carl Burke spun it up onto the track and brought the caution out.
Oh, David Applegate got into the wall and came down, and oh wow. Not sure where the Carl Burke incident happened.
Yeah, right. Actually behind him, but it was okay until it spun sideways back up onto the track, right in front of Brandon Weinberg. That's actually what brought the caution out, but David Applegate incident had already happened.
With I'm not sure. I don't see Carl getting. I must have missed that. Yeah, because I don't see Carl at all spinning or anything. So.
Almost at the entrance of pit road. He just got loose coming off of turn 4 and went around.
Oh, okay.
Brandon Weinberger was right behind him, not far behind him, because he spun back up onto the track sideways, brought the caution out. Might have been a simultaneous thing.
Yeah.
But when I hit the control 1, that takes you to the wreck, and that's who it took me to. Caution.
Yeah. We'll have to look at that there.
Everybody on pit road. Let's see who's going to get off pit road first. My money's on Mark Walls. He's been really quick on pit road. Truck went up first. Oh, Jeff's out first. Ottenbacher second. Wow. Nice. Nice pit stop.
Yeah, definitely a nice pit stop for both those guys there to get in front of Mark Walls there. I'm surprised Ryan Main's crew, he's usually pretty quick in pit road, so. But Thomas Green had a good pit stop. He's up in 4th.
At Applegate. Oh, there he is. David Applegate, you got a copy?
Yes, sir. Yes, I do.
Well, after making pit stops here, are you going to be okay to come back up?
Yes, it will be a few laps, but I will be back.
Okay, just a little bit of damage on that?
Yeah, I have no idea what happened. I just was going into turn 1 on the high side, and it just did not turn.
Wow, okay. Yeah, I think we had a simultaneous caution there because when I hit the control 1, it went right to Carl Burke, and And Sean said that it was up there in the front where it happened, but I don't know. Wherever it happened, doesn't matter. But I didn't see your accident. Who was all involved in that with you?
I saw Christopher Sherburne and maybe Michael Peterson. I'm not sure about the rest.
Yeah, I saw those two for sure. So Chris almost missed it, but got collected just towards the end. He got clipped. So.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, that was my fault, but I have no idea what happened, so I feel bad about that.
Okay. All right. Well, hopefully you get it fixed up and get back out there, David.
Yep, I'm gonna get it back out there. I may be laps down, but I'm gonna finish this thing.
There you go. All right. Good luck.
Thank you, sir.
I mean, what a great pit stop there by Jeff Stabnow and John Ottenbacher, both beating Mark Walls off of there. That was amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, Jeff had the get-go. I mean, he got to pit road first. Should have got to his pit stall second, probably. But overall had the shorter exit and a good time there. So.
Yeah, whenever there's a wreck like that, if you hit Control 1, it'll take you right to the accident. That's who it took me to. Now, whether that... I've seen that be wrong, but right more than it is wrong. It happens. It could have been a simultaneous thing, or it could have been within a second or something. Oh. I'd be more inclined at that if they got sideways up there in the front of traffic. Yeah. That would have been it. But,
yeah, and David hit the wall pretty good and came across, got spun, and so I'll have to look at that a little later and pause it and see who was actually where during the caution. So.
All right, they're ready to go back green here, restarting on lap 25. Only 51 to go. Laps are winding down quick.
Looks like we had a few takers use that fast repair that they didn't use the first time.
Yeah, could be. Well, you know, you're not fast out there when your truck's all junked up, you know. That could be why. Man, I just can't drive it. It's just so torn up so bad, and you know how that feels. I've had it, though, where the truck actually felt better with damage on it than it did when it was new. You know?
Yeah, absolutely. It looks like Brandon Weinberg took a fast repair. His truck's all looking good and nicely painted, and Carl Burke as well. So the only person who still hasn't taken that fast repair out of the wreck trucks early was Jim Peterson. So he might like the damage there in the rear end. So here we go, green.
Pace car's in.
Ready,
and here we go. Stab now on the gas. And look at Mark Walls trying to get that run on John Ottenbacher. Well, he's going to get it while the getting's good. Same way with Ryan Maines. He's trying to follow right in Mark's footsteps there. Holding it right down there on the bottom. And Mark Walls, here it is. Lap 25, and he's bidding for the lead. Took him 25 laps to get to the front.
Yeah, it looks like he is definitely going to be leading that lap.
Yep. Ottenbacher coming along. Take second. And you know, and Ryan Maines, he's got to be thinking, man, I'm doing everything that I can humanly do. I'm trying to close up on the points, and I just cannot beat this John Ottenbacher.
You know, I'm sure he's getting tired of seeing those Walls Beard Co. tailgates every time he's going to the front. So
I hear you. I hear you. Well, Jim Peterson in fifth place now. He's had a good recovery.
Yeah, I'm just curious how fast he would be if he had all that damage repaired. So
yeah,
I mean, he's definitely strong. He's got a good setup underneath his truck tonight, and definitely showing that he's worked on it all week long.
Yeah, he was just a victim of circumstance on that wreck, you know. One of them weird things that he opted to not get it, you know, use his quick repair that early. So that's a good thing. And especially if he's up here running in the top 5 right now and still didn't use that quick repair, that's great.
Yeah, it looks like the leaders in front of him just checked up a little, so he gained a lot on that. And he's going to stay in that draft, which I think is definitely helping him. But you know, setup definitely helps with this right now for him. So he's got to keep that mechanical grip because the spoiler is a little damaged.
Green also staying right with them guys, being in 6th.
Yeah, Tom Green's actually having a really good showing here. I'm very impressed with him. He's driving a smart race. He has a great speed this week. He's put in a lot of laps, really showing that he's trying to take everything he can and learn everything from the Mark Walls and Wicked Chassis Racing setup building sessions. So he's definitely, as you can see, improving a bunch every week. So.
Oh, look at this, Ryan Maines down there trying to get a little side draft off of Ottenbacher.
Yeah, he's got to be careful. Too. This is where it's going to get tight right here.
James go way up the hill, but not using much of the tires on that. And Ottenbacher's just going to have to let Ryan Maines go and fall into 4th.
Having a great battle. Ottenbacher's moving back past the 17 machine, and 17 machine, of course, is going to try to get as much side draft as he can to try to slow that truck down in front of him. John makes that pass and sails into 1 here, and it almost looks like Mark Walls might be slowing his pace a little bit to kind of conserve those tires, and the other guys are kind of following suit, so they're all bunched up. So I'm curious to see here how many laps we run, and then if Mark takes off, that'll probably be the clue to what he was doing.
Well, you know, I think we were talking about that, you know, that you said that if he wins tonight, he's going to have to start from pit road next week. And, you know, what his options are right now is and what I would probably be thinking of if I was him, because, you know, you definitely don't want to start from pit road next week. I mean, it probably wouldn't make much of a difference for him because the first caution, he'll be caught right up to the field. But the thing of it is you got to think about that. If it did go green the whole way, they are at Iowa next week. If it did go green, that could, you know, he could suffer from that. So what you could do is his options here would be to get out there and lead the most laps, get all the bonus points that he could possibly get out of this tonight, and just finish 2nd. That way he wouldn't be starting on pit road next week.
Yeah, I mean, that definitely the smart portion of strategy and getting all the points you can, and then not dealing with that penalty potentially. But like I said, I wouldn't be surprised to see him want to prove that rule can be beaten, because he's a no quit kind of guy. So he takes those challenges head on and would like to prove that they can be beaten.
I'm impressed with Green's run tonight. He's really running well. Cushman back in it, using that reset early.
Yeah, and I think Cushman's definitely just kind of riding just in case these people in front get a little messy. He doesn't want to damage his truck and ruin his race, since he had to use that fast repair pretty early.
Weinberg hanging on to 8th.
Yeah, and it's good to see Brandon back in it, and really digging his paint scheme. It's kind of fun.
I know it is. Pretty colorful.
Yeah, it's like they took that vinyl graphic and let some paintballers go at it. Looks like the leaders are catching David Applegate here. He's already, I think, tried to communicate to the spotters and let him know that he'll just stay low.
Yeah, and he's still got quite a bit of damage on the nose of it, but He must have got fixed up everything he could get fixed up.
Yeah, and I think he was part of the one that in that first one he had to use his fast repair. So kind of just one of those circumstances tonight where it just doesn't go your way, and you just kind of got to battle. And as he said in his interview there, just go out there and finish that race. I'm gonna finish. So awesome to see his 34 green and black and white MaxSpeedTV Cochlear implants Chevy Silverado out there. So
I'm digging that paint job, man. That's a nice looking paint job.
yeah, he did a real good job with it.
I'm kind of partial to the MaxSpeedTV part, but
You know, I don't know why you would be, Rudy. I can't put my finger on it.
I know. A great run here, though, by these guys. Man, I'm telling you, these guys they're picking them up and putting them down now. They're getting some good runs. Mark Wall's having a good run.
Jeff's slightly faster on that last lap. And Jeff might be trying to mimic Mark's line as much as he can to learn how to save the tires here, so that way at the end of the run he might have something for Mark and capture his first win this week.
Yeah, we're riding along with Jeff right now, watching out his windshield here. They are coming up on more lap traffic again. Probably Mike Peterson, I believe. Mike's running 4 laps down right now. I gotta say, he's a quick learner. I'm just watching him here, and that's pretty amazing that you can pick up somebody's driving line like that quick, and he's mirroring it pretty good.
Yeah, he's really doing a good job, and he's definitely trying to conserve those tires as much as he can to save more for the long run. And he actually might be doing a little bit more than Mark. Mark's gonna be braking the air and everything, so he's able to stay with him a little bit better.
Yeah, I think that's right ahead of them. Yeah, Mike Peterson's just ahead of them, and he's still got a little damage on his truck pad. These guys will be coming up on him pretty quick to put him another lap down.
We got a little battle back here between the 17 of Ryan Maines and the 58 of Jim Peterson. Jim's looking low on Ryan. Let's see if he holds that.
He had trouble earlier, but he did do a pretty good job of it that time, but he lost a lot of speed. He got loose about midway into the turns. I think his truck's loose going in and center.
Yeah, that'd make little sense. Yeah, I kind of see him dancing the rear end there just a little bit on center exit too. Might have a loose it all the way around the track. Maybe bring the right rears up a little bit, and he's created a slick situation for himself.
Yeah, he ran them guys down from a little ways back on there after that restart. They were on pit road last on lap 21. They could still go potentially another 10 laps at least, at 15 laps, before they might start wanting to think about coming to pit road.
Yeah, very, very true.
About another 15 laps. So, but what I would do is, I always look at it, I always like to try to split it in half. That way you're not out there one run and you're running on good tires, the next run you're running longer and running on slick tire. I try to make it even. But if they restart on lap 22, that would make them about 53. So say about lap 26 laps. So if that's the case, they might be pitting. We might see some of them pitting here maybe in the next 5 to 8 laps.
Absolutely, and I think that'd be the smart call. depending on how they know their long run set works, right? We're in a decent run here, so if you're confident you can get in pit road, off pit road, and get those out laps quick, you can definitely make up a lot of time on someone who's out there just kind of running their old tires there. So be curious to see what happens and with these guys a little bit further back. You know, maybe Maines, Peterson, Thomas Green all decide, Josh Cushman all decide to do with the leaders quite a bit in front of them.
Well, Sean, let's do a little crank it up. We haven't done that yet tonight. A little crank it up here.
Sounds good.
Well, Ottenbacher's still hanging on to third. Ryan Maines has fallen way back 5.5 seconds.
We actually had two guys come to pit road there while we were cranking it up. We had the 58 Jim Peterson come down and Josh Cushman. Both came down and they're back up and running. 4 tires. 58 Jim Peterson used up a fast repair as well and got himself a clean truck.
Very good, very good. That's what I kind of wondered. They were getting into that window here because we're at 30 to go now. Starting to get into that window where they could make it, you know, they wouldn't have to worry about the tires being so shot they can't drive it. Now you just kind of wonder, these guys are our lap down, but how long is it going to take them to get up here to the leaders and pass them and get their lap back? Coming up on 4th or 5th place, Brandon Weinberg, James Peterson is. But that only puts them 8 seconds behind, 8.5 seconds behind.
Yeah, they're about a straightaway behind there. It looks like they're coming out of 4 as Mark and Jeff and John are all entering turn 1. So, but they are. Jim Peterson was about 0.3 quicker that lap. I'm curious to see, he was moving kind of around traffic, so I'm curious to see what he picks up this lap.
I'm wondering how long it's going to be here before, because we're going to have a battle here. Jeff Stabnow, John Ottenbacher are battling for second. How long it's going to be before these front 3 pit? I think we're going to get down probably to about 25 to go, and they're going to probably think about pitting.
And Jim actually almost gained a second there in that last lap, about 9/10.
Wow, that's something. Yep. That's how much new tires mean.
Yeah, I mean, he's driving it for sure. He's catching up Ryan Maines right now to the exit 2. He's going to swing it low and go on by here.
Yeah, he's driving the wheels off of it right now.
Yeah, I wonder how that's going to pay off, though, since we still got 30 more to go, if it's going to hurt him down the stretch. Right. I think he'll definitely cycle to the lead potentially, but I think he'll get gobbled up there by the guys who haven't pitted yet. So we'll see. You never know. Caution could come out.
Yeah, that could change everything. Green in 5th, Sherburne 6th. And Brandon Weinberg. Get that out right. In 7th. Last one on the lead lap. And Carl Burke, he got the heck out of the way from them guys. He said, nah, you guys are many laps ahead of me. Let you go. Thank you.
Yeah, that's definitely what it looked like. I was wondering if maybe his motor blew or something happened. I heard a spotter transmission, but he just kind of moved out of the way and let them go at it.
Well, Mark's continuing to pull away. 2.1 seconds now for Jeff Stabnow. And as much as Jeff's been having really good pit stops here tonight and Mark is not, this could be a chance for maybe him to make up a little time on pit road. Ottenbacher to 2nd.
We got Christopher Sherburne coming in this lap, I think for 4 tires and fuel, so.
There you go. Pit stops are happening. This was right when I would have pitted right here.
Chris gets it wound down and gets down to 55 miles an hour.
I think we're going to see the leaders come in here in the next lap or two.
Yeah,
if not this lap.
Yeah, I'd venture to say they'll be in here in the next couple.
I mean, they can see what Peterson's doing out there with them new tires. They have to be seeing by now. I mean, he's already gotten by Ryan Maines and he's hunting down Jeff Stabnow, coming up on them really quick. I'm sure they're watching a relative and seeing just how close he's getting to them.
Yeah, that last lap I looked at Jeff and Jim, and it looked like Jim caught him by about 1.5 seconds. So
yeah. Oh, there he goes. He's going to drive on by him in the corners. Hey, get a twofer here. One of those blue light specials, 2 for 1.
Absolutely.
There it is. He got a 2 for 1. Look at that. That's what new tires do for you. Golly, man.
Now it's time for him to start reeling in the leader here.
Yep. He's just ahead of him by less than 3 seconds.
And pulled the 2nd that lap, so even passing.
Yeah. But I'm kind of agreeing with you. He's going to get out there if he's really driving with the hammer down that hard, that he's just burning them tires up. Now, when these guys all pit, they're going to come out and run him down and pass him like he's standing still.
And
Here comes
they're
Walls.
coming into pit road.
Yep, Walls
Sounds
coming
like
in.
all 3 of them.
Yep, go figure, huh?
Sounds like they might be on a team radio or something.
Something. Yeah, you wonder, We're all in the same TeamSpeak channel. Well, let's see. Going to be out first.
Mark had a pretty good lead, so we should definitely get him on that. So all 4 are taking, of course, 4 tires and a load of fuel, and Mark's down and away.
There's John and Jeff. All right. Well, that let Ryan Maines get out there, and he did lead another lap. He'd already had a bonus point under his belt.
Jim Peterson just past the leader on exiting pit road there.
Yep. And Brandon Weinberg just led a lap. Oh. Now, how did... Oh, okay, never mind. I'm not thinking straight here, sorry. Yeah, look at this. Mark Walls is right behind Peterson. It ain't even going to be that long and we're going to see Walls go by. Because now he's got really fresh tires. Peterson's been out there for a few laps already.
Yeah, and Peterson's fallen off there to the 42nd range where he was running 39.2, so he's lost 0.8 of a second already just on that. And here we go as Mark looks low already.
Yeah, he's got 10 lap older tires now. He's been out there abusing them. Mark just got into second. Brandon Weinberg's still out there turning laps. He has not even made a notion to come to pit road yet, and he is 19 seconds ahead of them.
Yeah, he's definitely trying to ride it out, hoping for a caution. Doesn't look like it's going to fall. I mean, everybody's spread out and they're driving with their heads, and but he's definitely getting that 427 truck some much needed sponsor time.
Yeah, Mark's coming. He's down to under 17 seconds from Brandon. And I think Brandon's got to stop. He's definitely got to stop one more time here. See if I can find when he was on pit road last on lap 22. That was a long time ago.
Yeah, he's got to be pitting here in any second here, 22. So next couple laps at the most. Unless he's getting some really good fuel mileage out of that.
Yeah, it'd be like checking the bed of that truck, make sure you ain't got a couple of cans of fuel hidden in there somewhere.
Yeah, we might have to send him to the tech inspection.
Yeah. I don't think he's got enough fuel to make it. You can't make it 50. That'd be 50 laps, 53 laps. No.
Yeah, I don't think he's got enough to make that. I can't say I turned any full fuel runs, but from everything that I've talked to everybody about, I mean, I think you could probably pull at a max of 44, 45 at the most.
Jeff said 42 maybe. But even so, 44, that's way over. That's 9 laps over that. I don't think that's possible. I don't think that he could have saved 9 laps with the fuel either. Ottenbacher third.
Yeah, that's what I was just looking at. I was actually looking to see how much Ottenbacher was closing up on Peterson. Peterson's strategy might play out pretty decent. He's got about 15 laps to go, 16 laps to go, and he's got a 3-second gap on John and Jeff, almost 4-second gap. So.
Well, you're not looking at the live. It's less than 2.5 seconds. You'll see when they cross the line here.
Oh, okay.
2 seconds between Jim Peterson and John Ottenbacher right now.
Well, they are closing a bunch. All right.
Yeah, they're closing up pretty good now. Now he's feeling the crunch, but even so, he's still looking at a top 5 finish here easily. So maybe it was worth it. He started 11th today and finished in the top 5. I'd take it. Especially considering that, he was involved in that accident early and didn't use his reset. He drove a truck that had a lot of damage on it for a good many laps out there. Then finally used his reset, and he's went out and he really abused his tires and stuff to catch up to these guys and did a great job of it. But now he's got himself, where he's a possibility that he's just going to make it into the top 5. He's really loose coming out of turn 2 right there. Go.
Yeah, and he was running around there in the top 5, so he might have tried a little strategy, knowing that the worst place he could finish was possibly.
We missed something. Mark Walls must have got loose.
He lose a bunch of time?
Oh boy, I guess so. Peterson's 3 seconds behind him now. What the heck did we just miss? Can you rewind it back and see if you can find out what happened there?
Yeah, I'll go take a look.
In the last couple of laps. That's a lot further than that. Goes Ottenbacher by Peterson. Back into second. Ain't going to be long here. Jeff Stabnow is going to be coming up on James, but still, man, that's still a solid run. And I think if he can just keep his head screwed on straight right now, James Peterson could be looking at a 4th place finish here as long as Ryan Maines doesn't keep closing. Ryan's a long way back, about 8 seconds behind. Find anything?
I'm not seeing really anything that's popping out.
Okay, well, something happened there. Just lost a ton of room. Oh, you know, never mind. My bad. I forgot. Weinberg came to pit road.
Oh.
That's what happened.
That's
I'm
what
like,
switched.
whoa, wait a minute. Sorry, my bad.
Okay.
How'd you think I was a rookie at this? Something. Jeez, man. I'm sorry. Sorry to make you go back.
No need to be.
I just thought something might have happened there. Maybe he got tangled up with some lap traffic, or
Yeah, we forgot Weinberg was actually pacing the field there and totally spaced on that portion.
Yep.
Sorry,
Now
Brandon.
Here he is back at 8 now. Got his new tires. I think comes a time, Sean, when you can wait just a little bit too long, and it hurts you.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he probably was playing it knowing that he had some damage and he was just trying to get a strategy play and maybe a caution would come out and get some strategy in there. But he was just going to run it out and do the best he could.
Yep, sure thing. But the thing of it is, now he's got brand new tires to finish this out. He's coming to 10 to go this time by. Carl Burke just drove by, but Carl, he is got 2 laps down. Mark Walls is not pulling away like he was. I think he might have lifted. Maybe lifting just a touch. He's kind of saving what tires he has left. He's got a 3.3 second lead over John Ottenbacher. Or is he going to do just exactly what we said, Sean? Is he going to just kind of not win?
You know, that's we're going to definitely be watching to see what happens here and what he decides. But like I said, I raced with Mark enough to know that I don't foresee him giving up that win, even though it'd be, you know, in his best interest to, you know, not have to worry about starting on pit road. But he's just a man that loves to go out there and win races, and if he can, dominate doing it. So
I know a lot of guys like that. They don't care about the points at all. They have actually told me, I don't care about the point. All I care about is that W. That's all they care about. They want the W.
Yep.
Oh, I mean,
got a caution maybe coming?
Oh.
Oh, no caution, no caution.
That Applegate got a little loose right there.
Looks like Cushman got loose in front of Applegate.
Okay. Oh, he's coming to pit road there. Okay. Yeah, because I'm noticing that Mark's not really pulling away anymore. John's, they're just staying about even right now, 3.3 seconds.
Yeah, Mark's playing that gap right there. He's playing smart.
Yeah, he does not need to go out and just abuse what's left of his tires right now. As long as he got that 3.3 second gap in between them, he can just kind of kick it down just a notch maybe and just put it on cruise mode. Got his feet up on the dash, listening to tunes, got some good old rock and roll on or something, and he's ready to bring it home to victory lane here. But that means next week, starting on pit road. Wouldn't be me, I can tell you that. I'd take a second because I don't want to start on pit road. But I don't think it's not going to worry him. You know as well as I do, Sean. It's him starting on pit road. It ain't no big deal.
No, and being that it's Iowa, it's not going to be that big of an issue for him. It's just going to be a just ride around, wait for the caution, and then play some strategy or hope for some green flag runs and let your setup come out there and go where they're not and get up to the front.
All right, 5 to go, coming to 4 to go this time by, and he does have a 3.1 second lead, so Ottenbacher might be kicking it up a little bit, but boy, he might have just waited a little bit too late to start doing this.
Yeah, and John ran about a tenth faster than Mark, so not going to be enough to get there unless he starts really putting it down. So
John's picking it up, and Mark might be backing it off just a little bit. Now he's picked up another tenth.
Yep.
Got Stab now sitting there 0.8 from John Ottenbacher, but he is 3.8 up to Mark Walls. Peterson, there is a danger of him losing that 4th position. Ryan Maines is sitting there just a second behind him and closing.
And Ryan's got definitely some fresher tires, so that's probably going to be the race to the line that we're going to be looking for.
He's closing up pretty quick here now. He's down to 3/4 of a second. And he's closing it up right up here. But still, you know what? I think that was a good strategical call by James Peterson, what he did. He's still going to come out here with a top 5 finish. That's pretty good run. I mean,
yeah, for all the troubles and everything.
Yeah, you bet. That was a good strategy.
Yeah, and here we come to 2 to go. Mark Wall's coming out of 4. Crossing the line now for 2 to go.
8 more turns for Mark Walls. He got 6 more turns. And John Ottenbacher's not closing up that gap now. It looks like Mark might have put the hammer back down as he's pulled back out there now to 3.3 seconds again.
We just had a pass for 4th, so Ryan Maines got around the 58 of Jim Peterson, and I think you could hear the happiness out of Jim's voice there from his spotter being, okay, yeah, we can finish 5th. This was our night to finish 5th.
Oh, yeah. All right, one more lap for Mark Walls. He comes out of turn 2, 2 more turns, 3 and 4, and he is done. Gonna bring home the win. Started from the back of the field, folks. If you remember, he got the black flag at the beginning because the rule states if you win 2 in a row, you get shipped to the back. So here he comes out of turn 4 for his final lap. Bringing on the win tonight, Mark Walls. This makes win number 3 in a row.
3 in a row, and he will start the finale at Iowa from the pits.
Ooh,
it's going to be fun. It's going to be an interesting race to watch.
I can't wait to find out if he remembered that. I'm sure he did. Well, let's get him down here and talk to him and see what his ideas are here. Mark Walls, you got a copy?
10-4.
Well, tell me about this run here tonight that you came from the back of the field. You knew that if you won here tonight, next week you're going to be starting from the pits. Does that concern you at all? Obviously not.
You know what? I don't think so. It's a shorter track. I feel like there's going to be a lot more contact involved than what we saw tonight. So I got a real good shot still. Definitely going to have my work cut out for me. I think with the drops, it's definitely going to help try to get closer to John for that championship. So starting from the pits is not where I want to be, but we'll take it.
Well, yeah, this is 3 in a row for you. I don't know how much this is going to change in the points for you, how much that's going to move you up. But, man, I'll tell you what, another solid run by you tonight. Tell me about some of the passing you had to do to get there and the lap traffic, and then I want to talk to you about the end of the race.
Yeah, so getting through the field, I was really taking advantage of corner exit. I felt like I got off the corner really good. So I set most of my stuff up just to pass coming off the corner. With lap traffic, it was a little bit more difficult. They kind of stuck low, and we had to go around on the outside, so you kind of lose a little bit of momentum. So it was a handful, but overall, I mean, we still had an awesome race.
Oh yeah, definitely. Well, now let's go back here just a few laps ago there when you guys all pitted off pit road first, obviously, and started to pull away. Now coming down to about the last 15 laps there, it looked like you might have kind of just been backing it down just enough to keep that distance from John there at the end. Is that what you were doing, or were you keeping it flat out?
Well, I was thinking of New Hampshire, where I had to start at the rear of the field for New Hampshire and worked my way all the way up to second, and with 5 to go, just overdrove the truck and ended up spinning it. I didn't want that to happen here, so I just kept pace. I watched that relative gap and just made sure that I was throwing down some consistent lap times just to make it to the end.
That's what I kind of figured. You know, you weren't out there driving like you were when you were trying to get away from them, trying to maintain at that point.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, well, good job out there tonight, Mark. 3 in a row, man. That's I don't know if that's some kind of a league record or not, but that's pretty amazing run.
It felt good.
Yes, sir. Well, anybody you want to thank for this win tonight?
Yeah, we got to thank Northwest Boxer Rescue. They are a race sponsor for tonight. It's always awesome to have new partners come on board to represent not only their company but as well as in our series. Big shout out to Highway Equipment Company, their new leader truck back in Victory Lane. I hope they enjoy that as much as I do. This new leader Chevrolet was just bad fast tonight. I got to thank Wicked Chassis, my teammates. Without them, man, we wouldn't make this thing go around and have the series is what it is and have sets that could just run like that and flawless. So definitely a team effort.
Very cool. Very cool. Well, we can't wait to see what you can do from pit road next week, Mark. That's going to be really fun, and especially at Iowa. That's a difficult.
Yeah.
That's a difficult track as it is, you know, and then you're going to have to weave through all the traffic to get there. So,
Well,
all
we'll
right.
make sure that truck can turn anywhere.
All right, brother. All right. Well, thanks for talking with us, and go celebrate that win, and we'll see you next week.
10-4.
All right, Sean, you want second or?
Yeah, let's definitely talk to the second place finisher, John Ottenbacher. You got a copy, John?
I got you, Sean.
Man, what a run tonight. Led some laps, started on the pole. Tell me about that pole line that you ran, because you laid down a wicked fast time, an 8:61.
Oh yeah, we had to play with that a little bit because it was kind of tricky. We we really wanted to run 2 laps, but it was inconsistent with the tape putting on there. So I figured, I'll just do it to 100% tape and run as fast as I can that first lap and just get it done.
Well, that worked out really good for you as you got the pole. Congrats on that. So tell me about the first part of the race. You obviously led a few laps and was holding off Jeff and Ryan and waiting for Mark to kind of get up there and battle with you guys. So how was that running and battling with Jeff and Ryan and those guys?
Oh, it was real fun. It was fun to have a truck to race with those guys. A lot of times I normally just like to lay back a little bit, but it was fun to mix it up with them guys a little bit.
Absolutely, man. What a run. How did the green flag pit stops work? I'm surprised you kind of went in at the same time as Mark did. I figured you guys might offset to try to make up that time and try to get around him. What made you decide to pit while Mark did?
Well, the draft plays a little bit of role in here, so kind of wanted to pit together as a team and try to stay together. Didn't quite work out as well, and I should have backed up to Jeff a little bit. Maybe me and Jeff could have got a run up to Mark. We didn't think about it till too late in the run.
Well, absolutely. I mean, but overall, obviously a good night for that points leader, and I believe you are, of course, still holding the points going into the finale. Are you pretty pumped up for Iowa? Are you gonna get a little bit more aggressive, not give these guys as much?
Oh, you bet. It's going to be a fun race. Looking forward to it. Going to have work on the truck quite a bit and run a lot of laps, and I need to win that race. It's going to be real close, and I got to get as much as I can.
Absolutely. Well, anybody you got to thank for tonight's second place finish and your setup work?
Yeah, I'd like to really thank the race sponsor tonight, Northwest Boxer Rescue, presented by Sanctuary Studios, and great sponsor there. It's awesome to have new stuff coming on board. Got to thank this Highway Tundra was really fast tonight. Got to thank the Highway Equipment Company for giving us the sponsorship on that, and got to thank Walls Beard Co. and Topol Printing for sponsors this year, and really got to thank my teammates, Mark, Sean, and yourself, and Jeff, and all the work that you guys helped doing for the series and with the setups. And got to thank Rudy and MaxSpeedTV for putting on a great show.
Absolutely. And again, congrats on your second place finish and your points lead going into the finale. We look forward to seeing your aggressive nature come out for the finale and seeing what you're going to do there.
Sounds good, Sean. Thanks.
All right, that brings us to Jeff Stab now. Jeff, you got a copy?
Yeah, we'll get him fixed here.
There
he is.
How about that?
There you go.
Sorry about that.
All right. Tell us about your run out there, Jeff. It looked like you were hooked up pretty well there. You were keeping up with Mark quite a bit. You had a taste of what it was like out front. How much different did the truck run out front than back in dirty air?
Well, I don't know that dirty air so much. It was a hot truck. I think I might have had the fastest truck for about the first 25 laps, but or the fastest foot anyways. Problem was I've been burning up the tires in practice, so we was laying back a bit there, trying not to burn it up. Truck was, that first run, I was just going to cruise, but it just drove to the front anyways, and then once Mark got there, then it didn't want to just drive to the front anymore. He makes you work for that. So,
sure.
Great truck, though. It ran great up front, ran great traffic.
Oh, that's good. That's good. What did you think of the race overall tonight? I mean, this has always been one of my favorite tracks. Did you think the race, everything went very well out there? I mean, smaller field, but still great racing.
Yeah, this is actually one of my better tracks too, Rudy. So I'm with you on that. I was a little concerned about tire wear. Whenever you're racing Mark, I mean, that guy, nobody saves tires like Mark, and he's fast doing it.
Yep.
So maybe I let that get in my head a little bit. Maybe I should have just cut her loose and made him catch me. No, it was great. I ran up front. I did that green flag pit stop. I had a horrible pit stop. 14 and a half seconds is what it was sitting there. So I lost like a second and a half to these guys in the pits when we all pit together. We thought with Jim Peterson up there having pit earlier and had 10 laps on the tires on us, we were worried that we might not be able to catch them. So we wanted to pit together and try to draft up there. And boy, that pit stop just killed me. I think I came out about 2 seconds behind John, and then I just drove like heck just trying to catch him. I mean, I was pedal to the metal those last 25 laps, burned it up there. Didn't have much left the last 5, but it was fun doing it.
Well, but the pit stop before you had the fastest lap or fastest pit stop. I mean, you even beat Mark Walls off of pit road and John Ottenbach. That was a great pit stop by you, Jeff.
I think I actually pitted from first place on that one, though. I'm not sure what the times were on that, but
yeah, but you all came into your pit stalls just almost exact same time and stopped. And I don't know, your jack man was right up on that jack quicker, and I looked at the times on it, and you were almost 3/4 of a second faster than Mark Walls' pit stop.
I guess the pit crew giveth, and then the pit crew taketh. I wish it would have
Yep.
just reversed the order a little bit.
Yeah, I can feel you on that one. All right, well, Jeff, anybody you want to give a thank you out to on this third place finish?
Oh, you know me, Rudy. I got a whole bunch of people to thank. First thing, Northwest Boxer Rescue. I love it when we get to race for a cause, and Sanctuary Studio, I guess, for donating this race to them, putting this on, and trying to raise a little bit of awareness for that group. So big shout out to them. As always, Highway and Equipment Company. I mean, these guys have been just fantastic for us. They sponsor our team. They're the title sponsor for the series, and of course, we're going to their home track next week, and they're sponsoring that race. So I'm looking forward to that. But yeah, I mean, they are a worldwide leader in quality and technical engineering, and so what a great pairing, because we try to emulate that. I mean, we put so much time and effort and just try to build the best setups out there. So I think a 1, 2, 3 tonight means that we were successful in doing that. So glad we could kind of live up to meet the bar. And of course, you, Rudy, you know, me and all the rest of the guys, we love sitting back and watching this. Tomorrow night we'll fire up the race and get to watch this. And I know I've got family watching it tonight, so that's awesome stuff.
Very cool.
Sean, too.
Thanks. I was just going to chime in there. Thanks, bud.
Well, you set in the last 4 races out to be live admin, so appreciate that, bud.
Absolutely. Anything I can do to help.
Well, Jeff, what are you thinking about Iowa next week? How are you going to run there?
Well, I'll tell you what, Iowa's that's always been a tricky one for me. Again, I got that problem with that right front tire, so you know, I'm kind of like this race here. I'm usually fast for about a half a run, and then I tend to burn it up. So we're going to have to put in some extra practice this week and see if we can't learn how to take care of that right front.
Absolutely, yes. That's definitely a must. That's a number 1 on the priority list right there. All right, well, Jeff, we can't wait to see what you can do next week and try to maintain that top 3 in points. You know, they're pretty tight right now.
Oh, it is. Good group of guys running tight. And real quick, couple words from Mark there. The pits, Mark. That's where you're starting from next week. So,
yeah, we talked to him about that.
Wow.
He didn't seem to care. All he was out for was the W tonight. So,
well, he shouldn't care. Starting in the back didn't seem to phase him. So maybe we can slow him down by starting him in the pits. Dang it.
Yeah, I doubt it.
Me too.
All right, Jeff. We'll see you next week, buddy.
All right. Thanks, guys.
All right, let's run down through the results here. Mark Walls coming home with the win. John Ottenbacher, our points leader, maintaining the points lead as of right now. He will finish second place. Jeff Stab now third. Ryan Maines second in points as of right now. He finishes fourth. James Peterson taking that advantage of a good pit stop there, trying to stay out and lead some laps. It came back to get him at the end, but still a top 5 finish. So, I mean, he did just absolutely perfect on everything right there. Christopher Sherburne will finish 6th place. Thomas Green 7th. Brandon Weinberg 8th. Joshua Cushman 9th. Carl Burke will finish 10th. David Applegate 11th. Michael Peterson 12th. And Sean Breitzman and Scott Hutchinson did not race tonight. So again, back to our winner here tonight. Congratulations to Mark Walls for win number 3 in a row. Sean, thanks for helping out. I appreciate it so much. It's really good having a partner in the booth, you know.
Absolutely. I thoroughly enjoy hanging out with you, Rudy, and calling these races with you.
Very cool. Very cool. Maybe you ought to think about doing it.
Well, we might talk about that.
All right, buddy. Okay, well, thanks for watching, everybody. Until next time, stay safe here and we'll see you again. Stay safe and have a good night.